Thank you for watching Meatsauce Monty. I'm Matt Montgomery. He's Paul Meatsauce Lambert. Our YouTube edition show. Today is a special edition. You know why?
70th edition?
No, it has nothing to do with the number. It's that Pete Bercich. I don't know if we've ever done a guest bit on our YouTube show.
Oh, yeah.
Pete Bercich, we had so much good content from our TV show, which is on the CW, so that we have to take some of that content and put it right here on our YouTube show.
Sweet.
Pete Bercich, your thoughts?
Wales.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah,
he was one of our best guests.
I love Pete.
I'd put him up there on the level with Ben Lieber.
I remember
John Randall.
his first game. I remember because I was back at the station.
You're talking broadcasting.
Yeah, I remember his first game that he broadcasted, and he goes, "This is so effing sweet." Off the air.
Yeah.
And Pete's like, or Paul's like, I wouldn't say that into a possible hot mic, but he was just so excited for it, dude.
Yeah, he was amped up.
He's really good at that
We forgot to ask him about the Minneapolis Miracle, because the audio of that call of him screaming is so famous on the button bar.
I slapped him on the butt.
During that play?
Yeah, after it, yeah.
It's a great story.
I love it. I thought they were going to lose.
You were there. Well, everybody thought they were going to lose.
Yeah, you're right.
It was a miracle to win.
Me leading with I thought they were going to lose is stupid.
It's okay. No, but it's a good joke. It's very good.
You.
I thought they were going to lose.
Yeah.
That's good. All right, so for our YouTube content, Paul's Pissy Pants. And this is, I know I say this, it's one of my bits. I always say it's my favorite. This is one of my favorites. Because Twitter is so limiting. You can only say so much, and people can't read context into it. I know you're always trying to be funny, and some of your stuff on Twitter is hilarious.
Thank you.
But it's because I know you.
Yeah.
Context.
That helps.
But this adds to it.
Yeah.
So, Paul's Pissy Pants, your Twitter account, I read it back to you. You just extrapolate on it. All right. You bought a 1 Peloton bike today so I can get into shape. I'm tired of being out of breath when I go upstairs. My calves will be lit. Is that legit? You really?
Yeah.
The Peloton. You got the screen on it?
Yeah.
You got the whole deal?
That's how it comes, yeah.
The membership?
I bought it Wednesday?
Yeah.
Yesterday, and it'll be there tomorrow already. Yeah.
Sweet.
I can't wait.
Do you like biking?
So that's the main question everyone asks.
That would be.
And I one time did a cycling class with my old roommate.
Yeah.
But it was my old
spin class.
Yeah, my female roommate.
Yeah.
That I used to live with. That lady.
Yes.
She asked me to do it once, and then said that if you go,
things will happen.
I'm like, I'm in.
Yeah.
So, and it sucked.
If you go, you get to go to Dairy Queen and get a cone later?
Yeah, I think it's more along the line,
You
the
get
Field of Dreams line, you know? And,
Okay.
And,
even Scott's
funny,
going,
man. You didn't think of it.
Yeah,
That's
he
clever,
just-
man. Yeah, that's clever. It's a double entendre.
Yeah, very good.
I don't know if it's a double entendre, but I just like saying that word. Anyhow, and it was awful. It was awful. I, just like everything else, I went about a minute and a half. I'm like, this is the worst thing ever. But I told myself, I'm like, I have to get in better shape.
Okay.
I look awful. It's bad. I'm out of breath all the time.
The 5 years we've been together, you look better now than when we started.
I appreciate that.
I look worse than when we started.
My teeth are better, yeah.
Well, you're
the stress of my life is gone.
Yeah,
that's gone.
You're doing great.
I am, but I'm like, I got to do something. It's going to be a long winter. Like the only exercise I get in the summer is walking from the golf course to the golf cart and then walk. That's it.
Sure, that's it.
But I want to get in really good shape.
Golf gets
it's just a goal of mine.
You should walk it.
So I bought it, and I'll get it tomorrow, and we'll see. But I'm determined because everybody's like, that's a great purchase.
Yeah. Well,
so but I'm determined now because all these people are like, it's stupid. And I also love
they're
how
expensive,
people,
aren't they?
Yeah, I don't care.
But it's your money.
I know,
I get it. I'm not.
There's so many people at work that are like, why would you buy that?
I'm not judging
Why do you
you.
have
I'm
4
just,
kids?
Yeah.
You know, like.
I have 3, but thank you.
You know what I mean?
I know you're saying anybody in general. Why do you? Yeah. I'm not doubting you, and I'm not trying to be rude, but don't lose too much weight too fast. You'll get the Jonah Hill effect.
Yeah.
You know, just be in good shape.
I can put weight back on. I'm well aware.
Be healthy.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Jugs do the talking. That was your quote, your tweet.
It's basically what we just talked about.
Yeah, Jugs do the talking.
Yeah, that's.
Is that going to be a T-shirt? Is it really going to be the T-shirt?
It should. We should make it anyway.
What were you guys talking about?
We were talking about Mariah Carey and her. She's got this like weird thing. Oh, she's a buzzillionaire.
Yeah.
So her and her lover go to like Colorado and like celebrate
Christmas. I thought
Christmas.
she was single.
I mean,
she can be, but
it's like all these things that she does, and it's like no one can do that, Mariah.
Yeah.
No one flies private to like like a
to do a sleigh
cabin
ride
in the woods. It's like no. So and hockey, of course, said, well, if Mariah told me to do it, I'd do it. So my quote was, well, yeah, Jugs do. Like if somebody came to me and was like, hey, I think you're kind of cool. Okay. do you want to go to Colorado on a private jet, but you have to pay for it? I'd go, yeah, of course.
If it was Mariah Carey, you'd be like,
I mean,
yeah.
I'm pretty easily swayed.
Yeah, sure. All right.
Yeah, I took a spin class, for God's sake.
You bought a Peloton bike on your own. Oh, goodness.
On my own, yeah.
On your own.
And the lady that helped me was hot, so I'm like,
You're an easy sell, man.
Oh, yeah.
You just got to.
I just need attention.
Yeah. And a hot lady and attention, and you are sold.
That's it.
All right.
Yeah.
I just got to bed thinking it was 9:30. It's not even 6 p.m. And you put the SpongeBob gif. No one cares.
Yeah, because
you put that on your own tweet.
Yeah, because no one does care.
But it's funny.
Thank you.
I
troll myself.
I know
now
you do.
Because anybody else I troll, I get hell for it.
Yeah.
So I got in.
Twitter's too sensitive, man.
Other than my phone, I have no clocks in my house because good for me. My TV, professionally by someone I'm related to,
you got the smart timer, all that
put
stuff?
it on the wall, so all the stuff is behind it.
Yeah.
And the clock in my kitchen is just on the stove, and I don't have a microwave. I don't know why. I just don't have a microwave.
Okay. But you like to cook, so I guess.
I didn't even realize it when I bought the
What about
house.
leftovers?
Like, why is there no? I don't eat leftovers. I don't eat leftovers.
You are a germaphobe.
I don't eat leftovers because it goes from one person to another. I don't want to. Yeah, and I've worked at a restaurant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah.
A restaurant beyond Dairy Queen where you sat in a chair?
Yeah, I worked at a pizza place.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just.
Really? You can't name it?
Yeah, Natello's in Eden Prairie. It's the best pizza around.
Yeah,
Other
nice.
than Green Mill.
There you go. You got.
But
nice. I love it. Good plug.
What were we talking about again? Oh yeah. So then I get in bed and I'm like, it's like 9:30, and then
6 o'clock.
Of course, I'm like, well, it's time for bed. Where's my phone?
And then bloop.
I'm like, it's 6:10.
Yeah.
I got up and played NBA 2K for a while.
Yeah, you got like a dozen games in.
Yeah, I played a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't have this. It's just me, man.
I know. I love it. I love it.
Like my brother and his lady friend are coming over this weekend.
I love the term lady friend.
And I'm like, well, you guys, she's from out of town, and my brother is,
They meet on farmersonly.com.
They don't want to stay at my folks' house. Like, you could stay at my house, and somebody at work's like, why would you offer that? I'm like, well, I'm alone all the time.
Sure. Yeah.
Your crappy kids that you live with, your awful wife you hate. I'm alone.
I want to know what coworker you're talking about, because that
almost all of them. Pretty much all of them. Yeah,
you got to
name one. And it's,
put that in your routine, your stand-up. You got to make fun of married people, dude. It is.
I make fun of everybody.
Yeah, that would kill.
Yeah. I have some experience. I have like a month and a half.
Yeah, you did well. You did well. You want to say Patriots are overrated, or you want to talk about your exchange with Carl Gerbschmidt?
Let's talk about the Patriots.
Yeah, you
I
said
think
Patriots
they're overrated.
are overrated.
They are overrated.
Yeah, but
they played nobody. They played nobody.
Now you sound like a critic of the Gophers.
But the Gophers have played nobody.
Yeah.
I can't
wait. By the way, we're on
YouTube,
so we have no idea.
I can't wait, and I hope they don't. But okay, yes, I do.
It's on YouTube.
Hope they get beat 55 rip, and then everybody's going, "Wow, now what?" I hope they get absolutely embarrassed. I hope people are streaming out at halftime. They act like they're like, we win this game, we're going to the No, you're not.
Do you remember?
You're 17th ranked on the college poll behind like 4 teams with 2 losses.
Do you remember last week?
Everybody sees through you.
Yeah, last week you were saying, PJ Flex, I'll put money on the table. He'll be gone by next year, and all of a sudden here comes the extension.
He'll be gone.
And all
a year he'll be gone.
No, that extension, he's going to stick around for that
he
money.
Ain't sticking around.
For the money, he's got a pretty sweet deal, doesn't he?
Sure.
All right, you're stopping there. Do you have inside steam?
He's a $10 million buyout this year. He's not going anywhere. But and this isn't ripping him,
all right,
which I like doing, but I've kind of curtailed that because people are so mean.
But it's YouTube.
Yeah, but I don't.
Don't worry about YouTube.
People are mean.
Okay.
I don't take people being mean to me well.
Yeah, but you don't go to our YouTube page and look at our comments or
anything.
You
don't know what I do.
Yeah, I know what website you go to. You're not on YouTube looking at our. How many views did we get? No, that doesn't stress you out.
Nothing stresses me out.
You're right.
Except my obese body. Anyhow, what were we talking about?
PJ Fleck and his extension.
Man, it's a $4 million buyout next year. Florida State called 3, and I'm well aware they called 3 people to get $17 million to get rid of a guy. Yeah. These blue blood jobs, Notre Dame, USC, Florida State, don't come around all that often.
Yeah.
Because it's easy to recruit. You're not going to stay at Minnesota for the rest of your career. Yeah. We love the fact that we think that, like, oh my God, this guy likes it here. BS. You can't do anything here 6 months out of the year.
Why are you here?
Because I get paid handsomely.
Yeah, there you go. All right, good answer.
And no one else would have me.
Carl, we have you.
Apparently.
Carl Gerbschmidt. I don't know if you know how reproduction works. I suspect you don't. And you responded, I had some firsthand knowledge this morning. Get
That's
it?
funny.
That was very funny.
Yeah, that's funny.
It was very funny. Your whole exchange with Carl
That's
was,
a Russian joke.
yeah, it was very good.
Thank you.
You pulled it off.
I'm good at Twitter, which is such a stupid thing to say.
I just loved.
Yeah, it's like bragging about like,
Hey.
yeah, I'm good at walking.
You didn't go with my lob.
Yeah, but it's a. I don't know.
Come on.
I've offended everyone.
I tried to set you up.
Yeah, but I did. It's a
Yeah,
true story.
I know. That's
Because
great.
at 3:30 in the morning, some drunk Minnesota Vikings fan knocked on my hotel door. Dude, calm down. And he thought he was in my room 3 times. And I finally get up and I'm like, well, you're going to see it. I open the door. I'm in my undies that basically have now turned into a G-string because my thighs are so fat.
You're like
And
Peter
I go,
Griffin.
wrong room. And he goes, sorry. And he walked away. And I'm like, you're grossed out by me and you can barely walk. So then I'm like, yeah, I'm up now.
Yeah.
Speaking of no one's looking.
Oh, YouTube unrated. Unbelievable.
Well,
Meatsauce and Monty
How
after
do I
dark.
hide from it?
Yeah, you don't have
Like
to
I'm
hide
going to
from
get up
it.
and go, you know what? I
Yeah?
haven't
Oh.
checked the New York Stock Exchange lately. Let me get a look at that. How are my trades going? No.
I hope this is in your material. That's good. That's a real life story that you get to
Yeah, that'll be in the bit
tie it.
tomorrow.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah, Bogart's Entertainment, 2 shows, 7 and 9 o'clock.
There you go. This one might be my favorite. I laughed out loud on Twitter, and this doesn't happen very often. Someone farted on the bus, and it appears they ate coleslaw and paint thinner for lunch. And then people were engaging you, being like, oh, was it Hawk? Who did it? And you're like, you probably, now, I've traveled on a bus back in college, some road trips. It's fun. If somebody has to do their business, you get it. But that tweet was hilarious.
Thank you.
Was it real?
Oh,
did
yeah,
somebody
100%.
really? Yeah.
So I had like
Jefferson Lines, right?
Yeah,
You gotta
great
pick them.
bus. They're
Yep.
super comfortable. And I'm sitting on the bus, and all of a sudden I'm like, what the hell? I mean, it literally smells like somebody brought a 4th of July meal that they'd left out in the sun on the bus. And I'm like, what are you? And it stunk so bad. And
Yeah.
it was really bad, yeah. I just like, one of my favorite things I got it from George Carlin. I like describing farts and how they smell in weird ways, because farts are always funny.
Yeah, everybody laughs
Everybody
at
thinks
that.
it's funny.
Everybody does.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You can tell everybody here thinks it's
Allie's
hilarious.
laughing. Scott, I think Scott rolled
Yeah.
his eyes a little like, oh.
Scott's
That old
tired
trope.
of me. Yeah, Scott, yeah. Sorry, Jim Gaffigan. But it's funny. I liked
I
funny.
liked it, and it
Yeah,
was real.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right. Enjoy Pete Bercich, and we'll see you back here next
Yeah.
week. Bye.
Thank you.
It looked like you had another question, but
No,
you're just like,
I mean,
he's.
my favorite of all time, of course, is Mike Morris. And you got to have at least
Oh,
one
yeah.
good Mike
I've-
Morris
oh,
story.
Yeah,
What's your best
Is
Mike
it
Morris
clean for
story?
a Sunday
my-
morning
I don't
CW?
know. Like the best Mike Morris story?
Yeah.
My favorite Mike Morris story is what he did to Chad May and what happened with Chad May down at camp. I can't remember what year it was. Whatever year we drafted Chad, we called him El May. And, it's because he thought he was amazing.
Yeah.
And back when training camp was training camp, and you were practicing twice a day, and
Yeah.
you get a week, you get 10 days into it, and everybody's just grumpy, and
Yeah.
everybody hates everybody. And so you warm up before practice, and the snappers and kickers are out there, and then LMA's out there because quarterbacks get out there early, and Chad walks over to Zahner and sees Mike snapping, and he goes, "Is that all he does?" Right? And
Oh,
Zahner
boy.
goes,
Oh,
"Yeah, he's
boy.
a long snapper."
Oh, boy.
And he goes, "How much does he make a year doing that?" And at the time, he was making $400,000 or $500,000.
Yeah.
Was Mike Morris hearing what he was saying?
Not at the time.
Okay.
and
Oh,
so
boy.
I was gonna say he would.
Zahner, he tells, and he just looks at him and he goes, Chad looks at Zahner and he goes, and then turn around and walks away. Well, of course, Zahner, Zahner.
Of course.
That's what
yeah.
Chad May said about your.
So he tells Mike.
Oh,
So Mike,
boy. Oh, boy.
so that night we had off, and they took everybody out, and they, Mankato's Mankato. Well, that
Todd's
night,
from Mankato, just so
so
you know.
we're all in Gage Hall, which if you ever been in Gage Hall, my condolences, because the place was like
Yeah.
It was like a cell block.
Yeah, it was horrible.
It was, it was literally a cell block. So you hear all this noise. They had busted into his room, and Stussy, because Mike got everybody on him.
Of course.
They had, when I saw it, by the time I walked in, they had him. Stussy ripped the phone cord out of the wall and they hogtied him on the bed. And Todd's running from the hallway, jumping and landing on him, getting up, jumping and landing. Because Todd's a 320-pound 5-year-old.
Yeah, of course.
Right?
Yeah.
Like
so
your
a
kids,
perfect.
You
Yeah.
know how they do that stuff?
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect minion.
Play
for
wrestle
Morris.
all the time.
He's a 320-pound.
Yeah, a
5-year-old,
perfect
right?
minion for Mike Morris.
So they're taking all the glasses, like cups full of stuff that are laying there, and they're dumping it on him.
Oh my God.
Tube of toothpaste in the ear, right?
Oh,
And smacking
man.
it in there.
Yes.
Well, it turns out that in those glasses were tape remover,
Oh.
chew spit, and a bunch of other stuff. And that all sat on him for quite a while. So the next day at practice, you see Chad, and he's walking like he was riding a horse for a month. And apparently all that stuff gave him just a rash where you don't want to have a rash, right?
Yeah.
Paul's had that.
Yeah. And so, and I know Denny found it, and Denny knew what happened, and Denny was kind of like, shouldn't have popped off.
Yeah, don't pop off
Yeah.
at Mike. Don't encourage
Oh.
It's not just to any veteran.
Yeah.
Because back then it was,
Yeah.
my rookie year, we were not allowed to ask questions in meetings.
Wow.
If we had questions, like Monty Kiffin's like, no, rookies don't ask questions.
Sit and learn.
If you have questions, you write them down, and then maybe you'll talk. Maybe we'll sit down and talk to them. No, it was just a different time. I remember my rookie year is when Chris Hinton came over, and he was drafted by the Baltimore Colts. Baltimore Colts.
Yeah.
That's how long Chris Hinton had been around.
Wow.
And you don't walk up to Chris Hinton and as a rookie, you're better seen than heard, I guess. Is that how it goes? Something like that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Things have changed. Now people show up.
It's all huggy, kissy, and everybody feels good, and everyone
but
gets a trophy.
do the rookies show up with the money already and the cars and the attitude?
Yeah,
Is that
they
what
do.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not all the time.
Sure.
But that's why I love stories like you look at Stephon Diggs and Adam Thielen, and I think earlier in the season they kind of lost way of what got them to where they were. One's an undrafted guy, and one guy's a fifth rounder. Their route to the NFL was not easy.
Yeah. Right.
Because you see, like just something Johnny would say. Johnny would always, the first rounders would come in, you say, you don't, if you ever talk to them, you say, you don't show up and say, here I am. You show up and say, what can I do?
Yeah.
Not, here I am. You know what I mean? But now with the media and with all this, I mean, I don't even know. I can't even fathom having to coach some of these guys anymore, right? Because you go to the combine and run a 4.2 something, and you're a celebrity because the draft is so big, and
that's a great
you can
point.
watch them do it on everybody knows your name now just because you ran a good 40.
Yeah.
And then you have to come to practice and break that guy down and build him back up. As a coach, it's like, how do you do that?
Right.
Yeah, that's a great point.
I mean, whatever. I mean, and you can't hit much anymore, but I think the big impact on all that is it's taking rookies, especially the linemen, a year, maybe 2 years now, to really learn what they need to do and really learn the techniques. Whereas when you practice twice a day in pads and you had 5 preseason games and you hit all the time, you would learn some of those things, I think, a little bit faster.
Quicker.
And now these guys, because they just don't practice and hit as much as they did, which is not a terrible thing. I mean, I wouldn't have complained about it when I played, but
Sure.
it takes a lot longer for these coaches and the front office guys. I think they give these higher picks a little bit more time, like Laquan Treadwell.
Yeah.
If you just go by his production, you're like, he should have been gone 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, in this day and age, they're going to let that go a little bit longer just because these younger guys don't get the experience like as quickly as they used to.
Yeah. Pete, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
You
Thanks,
are a
Pete.
great guest.
Thank you.
for coming.
Appreciate it.
Before you go,
Thank
if you don't mind signing that helmet right there
Sure.
with the Sharpie.
Awesome.
Sweet.